Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ninja Knight. Please like, share, and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. So today what we're looking at is the Marvel Legends series Haslab Sentinel. So all of the tiers have currently been unlocked, and it's absolutely blasted past the backer count that it needed. So it's gone, I think, at around 11,000 currently. I think they started off looking for 6,000. So anybody that is a fan of Marvel Legends really knows that these Marvel Legends are always in high demand, and particularly when you have something like this, that it's definitely going to sell. So we have a 26.3-inch Sentinel, and it's absolutely enormous. I mean, when you compare it to a 6-inch figure, it just completely dwarfs it. There's an 18-inch tentacle with a bendy wire in it, which is really cool. So they also, with this now, they had tiers. So what's interesting is this is the first time, I think, in Hasbro's history that they've done HasLab projects with tiers, as far as I know. I could be wrong on that one, but with Unicron, I don't think there was any tiers on that. I think it was just baseline price and that was it, and then they added stuff in as they went along. So the first tier that unlocked was a Master Mold head. Okay, so we have a light up ability here in the chest, and there's also a light up ability here in the eyes. Now, as far as I know from what Hasbro have said, they said that the light comes basically from the chest up, so kind of like a Hot Toys lightsaber. In that there's a light in here and it goes up into the head. So the first tier was a Master Mold alt head, which looks pretty cool, and then we have the battle damaged alt head and hand. So I think with the battle damaged head and hand, I probably would have liked to see some more specific stuff on it, like maybe some ice particles or something like that to show that Iceman attack. That maybe something that Scott's eye beams could fit into. Perhaps maybe some like claw marks, or either three holes that you could put Wolverine's claws into, or maybe even, I suppose, Colossus's fist. Maybe you could have inserted into some part and had it like he was out there punching it, and or he could stick his hand in it and kind of hang out of it. So I thought that maybe was a little bit of a missed opportunity. For that in particular, we have the 6-inch Bastion where alternate Prime Sentinel head. So that again, that looks really nice, and that I think a couple of people are talking about that being maybe a potential army builder. So that's going to be interesting to see what that might go for in the aftermarket. And then with the 6-inch female Prime Sentinel, I could see a lot of people maybe selling this one off, depending on what they want in their collection. If they want everything in their collection, then that's fine. But I could see this one maybe making a good bit of money on the secondary market, because it doesn't have an alternate head, and because it's a female figure. So like female figures are I suppose in demand, and especially the fact that it doesn't have an alternate head could mean that this one could be the one that people will want to seek. Like if you're looking at the moment, the Rogue figure goes for insane money, so it could be the same for the female Sentinel and Prime head. So I think this video as well too is going to address the fact that Hasbro have Hasbro Pulse obviously in the US, and with the US Hasbro Pulse site, they have exclusively made it to Canada and the US, so which is a little bit disappointing. But they've opened it up to the international market here, and we have Zavi themselves. So Zavi, for anyone who doesn't know, have been a pretty unreliable company in the past for coming through on orders, but in recent times they've come through on orders for Hot Toys, which has been to the excitement of many fans. So I'm personally hoping that Zavi themselves have actually decided to shape themselves up and get on board, and they can see that collector market is untapped. So Hasbro Haslab Marvel X-Men Legends Marvel Sentinel Premium Action Figure, and they're looking for £350. Now that's not too bad. I mean, that seems to be kind of a one for one sale on that from the US. So what's interesting to note as well too, and a lot of people forget as well, okay, it's $350, but then they add a tax onto that as well too. So for £350, now once that goes without shipping, I suppose, I think that's probably a good deal. I think personally I would have liked to see this maybe be at a cheaper price, considering that the Transformers Titans seem to be ballpark between 150 and 200. But again, I don't think, some of them don't include electronics as well too, whereas this guy does, and I know that factors into the price as well too. What's interesting to see is, and that's what I'm going to say about now, is it's a buy, in my opinion, the buy or pass section of this. Uh, the end date for this is the 24th of August, so there's more time, and Hasbro have said that they're going to think about more tiers for this, which I think is a good point. And I mean, they could use things like open splayed hands for the Sentinel, where for his beam, they're talking about adjusting the feet to be able to be posed more. So at the moment we have the feet, and I think this thing comes up a little bit, and I have this little flap here comes up and they move it up one and move it down one. The ankle rocker is actually quite stationary. It's not doesn't look too um, articulated at the ankle certainly. So they said that they're looking into that now at the moment. So that might be a thing that they might focus on. They've showed underneath the feet has boosters, so they might think of something maybe like a booster pack or some sort of flames maybe to go underneath it to simulate it being in flight. I think at the moment, I think what they should do is they should do another head maybe that's close to the animated series or the X-Men animated series. I think if they did a head that was based on that, I think a lot of fans would love that, and particularly the 90s X-Men fans. And I think it could be a good way of them figuring out maybe we should do X-Men 90s animated series figures maybe based on how those characters looked and that. I know there'll be a lot of reuse from different bodies and different parts and all, but Hasbro like to be able to reuse things, so I think that would be a clever thing to do, and they're going heavy on the retro stuff at the moment. So £350, I think for me, I think I'd definitely be in for buying one of them. Um, Two of them is ultimately what I would love, but I suppose with Hasbro's Unicron coming there, I'm also after ordering. I might be stuck on space, so I think one might be enough. Two would look exceptional. Now, the interesting thing about Zavi is Zavi have said that it's a limit of 5 per transaction. So those army builders out there and people that are focused on Marvel Legends, I certainly think will buy more than one. So I think this might be a good. So I know I'm not being paid by this site or anything like that. I've just found it, and just wanted to bring it to people's attention that they're actually offering pre-orders on this, which I hope that people will support, because if Hasbro see that there's a collector market and people keep telling them on their social media, and then this is why Zavi have ended up getting this. They're after getting it because people have been telling them on social media, what about international fans? If international fans still want to buy our product. And again, I think Hasbro Pulse have missed a beat in that they don't offer international shipping or international fans to go direct to their source, which I think is crazy in itself. But and that they want to keep dealing with companies, outside that might or might not have good reputations, which I think is madness considering it's their own product. But I think going forward, I think this might be worth a shot putting a pre-order on. I think also that they could see that the market is really, really there for the outside of the US. And just to note as well too, that this is a UK and Europe exclusive according to Zavi. So if you transfer this into euros, they have a euro part of the site, and it transfers into 399 euros. So again, it's high end, it's expensive, but the other way you look at it is that you're getting, definitely for at the start you're getting the Sentinel figure, you're getting the Master Mold head, you're getting a damaged head in the hand, you're getting a tentacle, you're getting the 6-inch Bastion and Sentinel Prime head, you're getting the 6-inch female head. Like, it's not too bad of a deal, I suppose. If anyone buys Hot Toys, they'll definitely know that you get your one character and that's it, and you might get an alternate head and alternate hands and some effects and that, and that's really it. So I think the fact that you have definitely two characters to start off with is probably a good deal. Again, £350, I would have said at the start, is probably a bit steep, but if they do more tiers, I think it definitely becomes more worth it. Personally, me at the moment, I might hold off and see what those tiers are. But I think it's something that I definitely would love in the collection. So I am going to say that I think people will buy it. I think it will be a buy, and I think that rather than a pass, I think it should be a buy, and we'll see where it goes from there. Hasbro have talked about maybe their next project being a Galactus that could be even larger than this. They've talked about Celestials maybe from the Eternals movie. So again, I think personally this is the biggest figure I would like to have from Marvel, maybe outside of Galactus, but we'll see from there. I think Hasbro have definitely surpassed our expectations on this figure, and the fact that they're looking into doing more tiers is probably a good thing. And I think as this thing plows on, it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with in future for the Haslab series. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, as I said earlier on, this is £350 to the UK, and then it's 399 to anywhere in Europe, as seems. I'm not sure if they added cost onto that for shipping, but I suppose if you were to look at it from a Hasbro point of view, if you were buying from America and you were importing it, the custom charge on it would probably be insane. So I think that this might be a solid price at the moment, and then if there's more added to it, I think then definitely this is definitely a very good price. Then if more uh, exclusive pieces get added to this, that would add to the figure and its playability. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.